Are you heading to Osaka and you're trying to plan your perfect trip, but you're beginning to feel a bit overwhelmed? I'm going to give you some practical information, but I want to do it in a way where you can decide what's best for you. So if that is of interest, and you're going to find out about my true feelings of Osaka's #1 street food. Stay tuned. So let's talk about what happens when you land. How do you actually get from the airport to your hotel? And there are really three options. The first one is the Haruka Express train. It's really the fastest way to get to Osaka, or even on to Kyoto if that's where you're going. But there is something that you need to understand. The luggage space is pretty limited. So if you're traveling with a big bag, that may not be the best option for you. The second option is the airport limousine. And the airport limousine is just a bus. Now, you have to come out of baggage claim, go to the ticket window, buy your ticket, and then head out to where the bus is. You may have to wait just in case you've missed the bus. It'll be another one coming along soon. The pros of taking the bus is you can kind of just sit back and relax and let someone else do the driving. There's plenty of space for you to be able to get your luggage onto the bus. The downfall is the bus does stop at select hotels, but maybe that's not one of your hotels. The last time I counted, I think it was about 10 hotels that they stopped at. Or the third option, and honestly, it was my preferred option, is the taxi. This is guaranteed door-to-door service. Now, the con here is super expensive. Some taxis in Osaka only accept cash, so you'll need to get some cash. So let's just head straight into what do you do about getting cash. There are two places that you can go and get cash, and they're right there in the airport. Actually, there are three, but I just would not go to the foreign currency exchange. The rates are just too high. I would look at either Family Mart or 7-Eleven. Most people say go to 7-Eleven, and that's not a bad choice. They do accept foreign cards. The thing is, the line is probably going to be long. You can go to the Family Mart. You're going to get the same prices. They accept foreign cards, so it'll be a breeze there. So those are the two locations that I would say you would want to go and get cash from. So now that you know how to get from the airport and you have a little cash in your hand, maybe you're saying, how am I going to get around Osaka? And if you were in Tokyo prior to coming to Osaka, you probably had that Suica card. But I would say you probably want to look at the ICOCA card. And the reason being, in Osaka, they have multiple train lines that are managed by multiple companies, which can be a hassle if you're trying to use that Suica card. If you get the ICOCA card, it just works seamlessly with all of the travel partners that they have there. Now let's talk about finding your perfect base. And there are many different neighborhoods that you can find, each with its own charm. Now I'm going to focus really on 3 neighborhoods because I wanted to find somewhere that was pretty central located. The first location is Nara. It buzzes with energy and nightlife. If you're looking for a place where entertainment is going to be on your doorstep, this is the neighborhood for you. The second neighborhood that you can look into would be Umeda. This is going to be your gateway really to everything around Osaka, but it also, if you want to take day trips to maybe Kobe or Kyoto. And the third location that you may want to check out is Homachi. This is kind of relaxed, I would say a little bit more than the other two, but to be honest with you, you can't go wrong with any of these 3. So it's just something that's based on your personal taste. So now let's talk about specific hotels. And this is really based upon how much you want to spend. What are the things that you're looking for? Are you looking for a really large room? Are you okay with a much smaller room? So the first room that I would talk about would be in the neighborhood of Namba, and it's called the Centauri Hotel. It's a very luxurious hotel. What's really nice about it is they corner rooms have a view of both the river and the city. So if you're looking for something with amazing views, this would be a nice hotel. They also have the largest standard rooms in the area. So again, if space is something that you're looking for, this may be the hotel for you. Next hotel I would say is kind of a mid-range, maybe a sweet spot, and that would be the Cross Hotel. The really cool thing about this is it's located right there near Downtonbury Canal, but their rooms face away from the action, so you'll be able to get a bit of sleep because it should be a little bit quieter with the rooms facing the other way. And my third option would be what some people would call a budget hotel. I kind of looked at it as like budget luxury, if you will. And it's the Holiday Inn Express in the city center. The reason why I like this hotel is because of the location. It's like a 4-minute walk to the Osaka station. Then you're about a 15-minute walk to Downtonbury Canal. The arcade is right across the street. It's super quiet at this hotel, and if you are a member of IHG and you've been saving up your points, this would be a great place to use those points like we did. We didn't pay for any hotels while we were staying in Japan. And they also upgraded our room because of the time that we're there. Usually when you're there kind of mid-week, you have better shot at getting an upgrade. So the room was rather large. The shower was amazing. I actually did a full review on this hotel, so I'll link that in the description box, but don't sleep on the Holiday Inn. Now let's talk about one of my favorite subjects, and that's where to eat and what to eat while you're in Osaka. So Osaka is known as Japan's kitchen, and they offer literally everything that you could desire, all kind of cuisines, everything from French to Italian to Korean. But for this travel guide, I really want to focus on two types of experiences that you can have in Osaka. One I want to put into like a bucket of street food experience, and the other one is kind of a unique sit-down dining experience. So let's talk about the street food. So on all these videos, I know that you've heard about the takoyaki. And I must say, for me, it's an acquired taste. While watching these octopus balls being made is fascinating, but that gooey texture, it just wasn't for me. And I'm not sure if it's okay for everyone. But here's the thing, that's okay. You won't know until you try. So I would say order some and consider trying it with a friend because maybe both of you will like it. So definitely try that out. The next street food that I would recommend is native to Osaka, and it's okonomiyaki. Here I would say go to a place where you can sit down and watch it being made. It's kind of like a savory pancake filled with your choice of ingredients. Sit at the counter and don't be shy about telling the chef how crispy you want it. Now this final street food, I'm not even gonna lie, I can't pronounce it, but I think of it like Osaka's comfort food. It's deep fried foods, and you can get them in various meats or vegetables. It's really good. I'm from the south of the United States, so of course I love everything deep fried. But you should give it a try while you're in Osaka. Now let's talk about some unique dining experience. One is a omakase and the other one is a kappo. So for this first restaurant, it's a omakase, and it's basically high-end sushi. And what's really nice here is at this restaurant, they do speak a little English. The ingredients are really fresh. They're top quality, premium ingredients. And I think you'll really like this because you'll be able to watch the chef actually make the sushi in front of you. The second restaurant is really nice if you're celebrating a special occasion, or hell, if you want to just celebrate you. You go here for Kappo. Now Kappo is sort of like omakase, where they're both restaurants where you sit down at the counter. But the omakase is really focused on sushi, and the kappo is really about Japanese, a variety of Japanese cuisines. What's really cool about this restaurant is Michelin starred, so that's one. But the second thing is that you can kind of tell the chef what flavors you like, how you're feeling that day, and they'll try to match that with what you tell them. So I think you'll really like this experience. Now let's move on to some things to do in Osaka. And the first one would be Universal Studios in Osaka. And I know some people are like, why would you go to a theme park? But the reality of it is some people love theme parks. And maybe you grew up dreaming about going to a theme park in Asia. And this is one you don't want to miss. What I really like about it is the unique spin that the Japanese put on the theme park with the different kind of snacks that they offer there. But also, as you're walking toward the theme park, there are a lot of shops there, and I was actually surprised that there was a bubble gum. Living in the Netherlands, there are no bubble gum, so we had to stop there for lunch. A lot of people come to Osaka to go to the Dotonbori area, which is really nice. But what they don't expect is that it's connected to a shopping street, Shinsaibashi. It's about 600 meters long. It's a covered arcade, which is great if it's really hot or raining out there. They have a mix of luxury brands as well as local boutiques, some trendy fashion brands, and some traditional Japanese shops. I think it's one of the premier shopping destinations in Osaka. You would just love it. And then there's this one place called Ben's Cookies. I saw Ben's while I was in South Korea, and I just got busy and forgot to stop. So when I saw it here, I was like, I have to stop. It's a UK cookie shop, but we don't have them here in the Netherlands, so I really wanted to try it. So if you want something sweet while you're walking down the street, I would highly recommend Ben's Cookie Shop. Now here's something that even surprised me, the Japanese 7-Eleven. I just went in there to get something to drink, and I was really surprised by what I found. Japanese convenience stores, especially 7-Eleven, are really foodie destinations in their own right. They have fresh food that rivals restaurants. They also have seasonal specials that you won't find anywhere. And they're a legitimate dinner option if you're trying to find something and you just kind of want to stay in your room. And now that you've, had some food and you've been shopping and just enjoying everything that Osaka has to offer, maybe you're kind of exhausted and you're looking for a place to kind of rest and recharge and relax. Well, I have a few places that maybe you hadn't thought about, and one of them is Nakamashina Park. This is a place where a lot of locals go when they just kind of want to escape the madness and all the sights and sounds of the city. This is really nice because they have benches here where you can go and sit and relax and kind of look at the river. Some people actually do fish here, so I would say definitely check this park out. Another place, if you want to see like some traditional Japanese vibes, if you're down by Dotonbori, just walk down the street and you'll come up on an area called, oh God, let me see if I can pronounce this, Hozenjia Yokocho. I hope I pronounced that sort of kind of right. But here you'll really like it because it's like you step back in time, but again, it's a really small alley. So my third and final option that you may want to try out, but you're gonna need a little bit of time. It's about a 45-minute commute from Osaka, but to Nara Deer Park. You catch the train and then a bus, and it drops you off right in front of the deer park. We visited on a rainy day, and honestly, it made the experience even more magical. The misty air, the quiet surroundings, and the sight of the deer as you casually stroll past you, it just will not be something that you'll forget. I know it won't be something that I'll ever forget. And finally, I want to say there is no right or wrong way to enjoy Osaka. It's just your way. If you have any other concerns about going to Osaka, please drop those in the comments and I will definitely reply to that. And next week we will do a travel guide to Kyoto. Please hit subscribe so you won't miss those upcoming videos. And finally, thank you so much for watching. Keep enjoying the journey because our story is far from over. Bye-bye.